एक बात है मेरी तरफ से कि मैं बिल्कुल रिजेक्ट करता हूँ this idea of farming for profit. I reject the idea completely. While I respect deeply the technical details brought forward by Hassan Saab, as well as the constitutional details and the research elements that you have also brought in. I appreciate all of these inputs, and it's an honor that I can sit with you. But I reject completely this idea that we have to do farming for profit. Pakistan has been a for-profit and for-dam country for 50 years. If profit making, if privatization and denationalization and dam making, we have 150 dams in Pakistan. This is one of the highest concentration of dams in the world. If this equaled progress, Pakistan would be an Asian giant. Pakistan would be by now on the same level as China, on the same level as Indonesia, on the same level as India. Instead, we are an Asian dwarf. We are not even considered in the Asian conversation. I also want to bring forward, I had the honor of going to Colombia for the World River Dolphin Conference. I met delegation from Venezuela and Bolivia, and over there they are practicing eco-socialism, which includes cooperative, not corporative, cooperative farming. Farming done by farmers for farmers. And I would like to push this narrative that Pakistan should not be on this downward hill towards this strange merging of state despotism alongside privatization. We need to reel back on this. In 1974, when Tarbela Dam was completed alongside several other barrages following the 1960 Indus Water Treaty, Pakistan's climate was changed irreparably. When a river does not flow to the sea, the hydrological cycle is interrupted. We all learned about the hydrological cycle in school. What happens is that the sea clouds form in the sea through evaporation. Those clouds need another water body to cling to. That they follow that water body. In the case of the Bengal monsoon, it is the Ganga-Yamuna system. They follow that body of water, they rain in the mountains, that rain freezes, or it goes directly into the rivers, and that frozen rain we call glaciers, and those glaciers melt and they feed the great river systems of Asia. The Indus River has not had an Arabian Sea monsoon a proper Arabian Sea monsoon since 1974. Recently, Mangla Dam's level dropped to what they call dead levels, means that there's no water that can come out and there's no electricity that can even be generated. Why did we waste so much money on this project? Furthermore, at Mangla Dam, they are planning to increase its storage capacity for these 6 canals. Now tell me, how will you increase its storage capacity? Will you pump water from the Indus like you're doing now in Cholistan? Will you pump water all the way to Mangla Dam, store it there and say, look, we fixed the problem? No. Will you blame Sindh for the fact that Mangla Dam has no water? No. And I want to say, because people associate, unfortunately, speaking for the river as a Qawm-Parast issue, it is not. It is an issue of patriotism. It is an issue of Pakistaniness. Pakistan Zindabad or Darya Zindabad. Sindh Zindabad, Sindhu Darya Zindabad, Pakistan Zindabad. The cry for the life of the Indus has been deemed unpatriotic. In fact, to speak out against dams in this new Green Initiative Pakistan has been practically labeled illegal. Long gone are the days when we once thought of granting land to the poor of Pakistan. Now we openly grab what little they have and sublease it at 5,000 acres minimum to the highest bidder with no prejudice. This is the selling point of Green Initiative Pakistan. Leave your traditional indigenous lands and sublease from us. I was once told proudly by a Sindhi zamindar from my own Larkana that he himself invested in the project. Traditional zamindari, he said, is not worth it anymore. We need to think of profit. We also need to think of water. The situation in Sindh this year was dramatic. We received water very late, leading to late crop yields, and high heat temperatures caused much of our rice to grow limp. Instead of husks filled with grain, many were mysteriously empty, ghost rice shells with no grains. I saw it myself. All due to, and in some areas this was as much as 50% of crop yields. People lost 50% of crop yields. And this is all due to the lack of water and unprecedented heat. As the farmer grows more desperate, the state tightens its grip and sells their land from under them. In fact, the state has managed to get land reforms deemed un-Islamic. They have labeled most things they don't like as un-Islamic. VPNs, YouTube, Twitter, perhaps even they'll call nationalization un-Islamic. Yet for some reason, they have not labeled a dry delta as un-Islamic. The Quran clearly states multiple times, your Lord has commanded the sweet and salty water meet. When God, in his own book, that you claim to put forward, tells us that he instructed the river and the sea to meet, then who are our government representatives to stop this holy merging? Do they think of themselves as beyond divine? The pharaohs also thought of themselves as beyond divine, and that they also could control the elements, and God drowned them in the Red Sea. Many civilizations have paid a terrible price for trying to control water, from Angkor Wat to the Euphrates and even our own Indus Valley. In Pakistan, those who fight to preserve God's law and the natural order have been labeled as sinners and dismissed as Sindhi nationalists and separatists. To fight for the river is to fight for the poor, and fighting for the poor is now considered un-Pakistani. Pakistan was in fact built for the poor, for the oppressed of India, for those whose voices were drowned out by the wealthy elites, and yet today we see Pakistan is made only for the wealthy. These canals, we have been told, are for everyone's good. They will help us store water, and part of this plan, as I said, was to increase storage capacity at Mangla Dam. There is no potential to increase storage capacity at Mangla Dam because you have interrupted the hydrological cycle. We are now witnessing the collapse of the entire Indus Basin. We felt it first here, which is why we cried, which is why we complained. Punjab is feeling it now. Punjab is feeling it now. Now how will they get water to Cholistan? They want to pump water from the Indus and put it in the Sutlej as if the Sutlej was a nala. They do not even respect the sanctity of the fact that this is a river in and of itself. And then from that, they will extract somehow, miraculously, 6 canals to feed the desert, which, by the way, no one asked for. When people say, what are the alternatives? No, this project was not constructed because there was an echoing chorus from the people of Cholistan that you should come and save us and build these 6 canals. That did not happen. In fact, the people of Cholistan are protesting against these 6 canals. And if you go now, you will see the government is advertising for you. They're saying, you over here, you can buy at below market rates 5,000 acres from us. If people needed this, why are you advertising it? Make no mistake, PPP, PMLN are both complicit, and while they say they didn't know what they were signing, they certainly saw the size of the check handed to them. While the PPP now shivers as they see their voter base rise against them and leave them in droves, they now say they were against it from the beginning. We have your receipts. Receipts that say you sold our river. We have receipts that also say that you sold our forests, our crocodiles, our deserts, our mountains, and our people, as if they were yours to begin with. After the floods in 2022, our climate minister scolded Western leaders for their role in climate carnage, holding one hand out for bailouts while the other paid for the canals themselves, for the Malir Expressway that has killed Karachi's last greenbelt, and to the contractors tearing down Karachi's last aquifers in Kator, now mislabeled as Bahriya. It is perhaps the most patriotic thing one can do to fight against new dams and these new 6 canals. I can stand here and give you many figures, but people have already done that. And even if I do, even if I sit here and tell you the nuqsan being done to the landless Sindhi and Punjabi farmers, they will lie and say, don't be so dramatic. Don't be so un-Pakistani. The point is that this project will break Pakistan, and I will not let that happen. I believe in the Federation of Pakistan. I gave my father to Pakistan, my aunt to Pakistan, my uncle to Pakistan, and my grandfather to Pakistan, and I am prepared to give myself to make sure this federation of provinces we call Pakistan survives. Because at the end of the day, with no water, none of us will survive anyway.